Archangel Michael says, this is not a warning you can ignore, and it's already too late to pretend nothing strange is happening. A strange presence has been lingering around your energy, and something about today feels wrong. Someone is creeping closer, not physically perhaps, but spiritually, plotting in the shadows with intentions soaked in envy and obsession. Your name was whispered in a meeting that you never knew happened. Someone is using your image, your words, your story for something dark. What's chilling is that this person is not far, they are close, closer than you ever imagined. They don't just want to see you fall, they want to watch it happen slowly. It is the kind of hatred that simmers quietly while smiling in your face. They've disguised it well, but not well enough to escape divine ears. Archangel Michael says, you must take this seriously now. You've brushed off the signs before, but this time, the danger is multiplying. Something has been triggered in the spiritual realm, and their next move has already begun. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Last night, your name was written down on a piece of paper and placed beneath something unnatural. The person who did this thought no one would ever find out. But heaven always sees what the world tries to hide. They paid someone, not in cash, but in secrets, to deliver a harm that wouldn't be traced. It's more than a spell. It's a manipulation, a targeted ripple meant to throw your spirit off balance. They have tried invading your dreams, making you feel uneasy and restless at night. That wasn't random. Your lack of peace was a direct result of their dark desire to weaken your inner fire. You woke up suddenly for no reason. Remember that night? That was your spirit resisting their interference. You were being spiritually shaken awake. Type Amen to get blessing 442. There's a woman involved in this. Her eyes carry fake smiles, and she has practiced the art of pretending to care for you. But her soul is tied to someone who cannot stand your light. Together, they created a net around you using words that were never true. They spoke your name like it was poison, trying to twist it into something ugly, but it is not working. Your aura is surrounded by divine armor. They are frustrated because their plans are not unfolding the way they hoped. Archangel Michael says, you need to cleanse your atmosphere now. It's not just physical, your space has been spiritually contaminated. Open your windows, play your blessings, and speak your truth aloud. Type Amen to get blessing 777. Their intention wasn't just to harm your mind, it was to break your stability. They wanted you to doubt your worth, to lose focus, and make wrong moves. That way, they wouldn't have to destroy you, you'd do it yourself, but something intercepted their plan. A bright light cracked through their timeline, and they panicked. That light was your guardian, showing up just in time. A mirror was shattered recently, wasn't it? A glass broke or something fell without reason. That was a sign, heaven disrupting their spiritual interference. When you felt suddenly dizzy, when things went missing, when your name was oddly forgotten, that wasn't coincidence. They've been trying to erase your spiritual authority. Type Amen to get blessing 115. A man who once smiled in your face is in silent alliance with this woman. He has been feeding her updates about your movements. That's why some things in your life suddenly shifted, but what they don't know is that heaven has marked you. You are being divinely tracked, not by their eyes, but by God's plan. And now, they're being tracked too. She visited a place recently, a temple or a quiet dark space, to perform something against your destiny. But her hand started shaking halfway. Something invisible struck her before she could finish. That was the first crack in her strength. The spiritual backlash has already begun. And the more she tries, the more her own life starts unraveling. Type Amen to get blessing 924. The one you thought left your life quietly has actually been watching from afar. They check your status, follow your energy, ask about you indirectly. But this curiosity has turned into obsession. They couldn't take that you're rising after everything. It eats them alive that your name is still being mentioned positively. So now, they want to pull you back in only to finish what they started, but Archangel Michael says, no more cycles. This time, you are not walking into a trap unaware. This time, heaven will expose every masked person. Some have already started slipping. Notice their strange behavior. Notice who suddenly pulls away, then returns with odd smiles. Their masks are cracking. Type Amen to get blessing 606. There is a voice whispering lies about you to others. This person is working hard to turn supporters into doubters. But the fire of truth is too strong now to be swallowed by rumor. You've been wondering why you feel watched. It's because you are. But not by someone harmless. They are checking your timing, calculating your silence, hoping you'll slip. But instead, you're gaining divine support in silence. One of your pictures was taken without permission. It was used in a twisted prayer. But that photo has now become their own curse. Type Amen to get blessing 244. They even tried to hack into something digital, an account. A device, something you use regularly. Their intention wasn't to steal money, but energy. They wanted a thread to connect to you spiritually, but heaven corrupted their code. Their attempt glitched, leaving them exposed. That's why they've gone quiet lately. They're scared now. Their hands feel heat when they mention your name. They pretend it's nothing, but their body knows what their soul has triggered. Archangel Michael says, prepare. There's about to be a divine confrontation in the next few days. And you will not need to raise a single word to win. Type Amen to get blessing 81. You will see 3 strange signs. Someone offering you something with a weird smile, a bird crying near your window at night, and a message sent in error that reveals something hidden. Don't ignore these. This person's jealousy is not ordinary, it's supernatural. They tried to attach themselves to your destiny by stealing something you wore or touched, but now, their energy is being rejected by your vibration. They feel pain when they think of you. They feel weakness when they see your name. Their plan is collapsing, and the chaos they wished for you is now theirs. They have invited something they cannot control. Type Amen to get blessing 319. A spiritual shield is now forming around your sleep. Watch your dreams. Messages will arrive in symbols. You may see water, fire, mirrors, or animals. These are not dreams, they are warnings. Do not answer unknown numbers in the next 72 hours. Do not accept food or gifts from certain people, even if they smile. The energy transfer is real. They are desperate now. They know they've been found out spiritually. So they may try one last, soft approach, but stay silent. Smile gently. Let them believe you don't know. And watch the divine justice unfold. Type Amen to get blessing 717. Someone is about to confess. Not because they care, but because they fear what's coming. Their hands are trembling, and they want to offload their guilt. The one who wanted to harm you so badly has now invited harm into their own family. Their actions are returning, twice as sharp. You may feel compassion. But do not let sympathy become a doorway again. They used your kindness before as a trap. This time, protect your peace like a kingdom. Guard it like a throne. Speak only when heaven moves your lips. Type Amen to get blessing 202. Archangel Michael says, justice is not coming, it has already begun. The first signs are here. And soon, their secrets will be revealed publicly. There's a meeting happening soon where your name will be brought up. But instead of slander, it will turn into admiration. Because truth defends itself, the person you least expected is about to speak up for you. They've seen too much. And they've had enough of lies. Everything hidden will be exposed, and the person who wanted to harm you will be forced to kneel, spiritually, emotionally, and publicly. Type Amen to get blessing 888. You are rising stronger than ever. Every drop of pain they wished upon you is being transformed into favor. Every word they twisted is turning into your proof. Now is not the time to panic. Now is the time to prepare. You are stepping into a divine announcement. A shift is coming in 3 waves: spiritual, emotional, and material. You will feel a burst of release in your chest. That is your spirit claiming back its space. Smile. You are protected. You are chosen. And your light is unbearable to those hiding in darkness. Type Amen to get blessing 999. They didn't realize the strength you carry isn't physical, it's divine. They thought your silence meant weakness. But it was God pulling you back, sharpening your discernment for a greater release. You're not imagining the strange heaviness around you. That pressure was a spiritual attack disguised as anxiety. But Archangel Michael pierced through it, and the shift has already begun. One of them is falling ill, not by accident, but by divine reversal. What they projected is returning to them. This is not your doing, it is heaven's response. There's a reason you felt called to read this today. This message is your shield. It's your divine validation that you were never paranoid, you were being spiritually warned. Type Amen to get blessing 441. Your body has already begun resisting their spiritual interference. The sudden tiredness, the odd cravings, the sense of being watched, those were signs. Now, clarity is rising in your body like a floodlight. Archangel Michael says, no weapon formed in secrecy will hold against divine armor. Your name carries weight in heaven. And the more they mention you, the more your favor expands. They tried to isolate you, turning people against you, planting seeds of doubt. But your spiritual elevation cannot be blocked by gossip. Every lie they crafted is unraveling by itself. One person in their circle is about to turn on them. Their conscience is breaking. They will tell you something shocking in the next few days. Type Amen to get blessing 553. They wanted your downfall to be slow and quiet. But instead, your comeback will be loud and undeniable. The very people they tried to fool are beginning to see through the disguise. There will be a confrontation. You won't cause it. But when it happens, remain calm. The truth will do all the speaking. Your name has become too protected for the darkness to enter anymore. You're being watched by divine eyes. Nothing formed against you can linger. There is a woman with sharp eyes who pretends to care. But inside, she's boiling with resentment. She is next to be revealed. Type Amen to get blessing 331. They underestimated your spiritual backup. They forgot you are surrounded by angels on every side. Every plan they made in whispers will be shouted into the open. You will soon receive a message, maybe by accident, maybe by divine design. that exposes their next step. Screenshot it. Save it. Don't confront. Just observe. The heavens have declared protection over your sleep, your money, your reputation, and your destiny. That's why things are shifting suddenly. That's why you feel emotional without reason. A part of you is being pulled into a new chapter. But first, the betrayal must be exposed. And it will. Type Amen to get blessing 779. One of the people involved recently dreamed of you drowning. But you didn't drown. You stood on water. They woke up scared. That was the message. They cannot destroy what is protected by God. They're beginning to fear you, not in the earthly sense, but because your energy is untouchable. They sense it and your name is mentioned. It burns their plans down in silence. Your ancestors have risen in this battle. A grandparent or distant elder is watching from the spiritual realm. They've placed a light on your path that cannot be hidden anymore. Archangel Michael says, you are not walking alone. Every step you take now is being covered in light, fire, and truth. Type Amen to get blessing 117. Their silence is not peace, it's retreat. They're regrouping because the spiritual blowback has started. The person who encouraged them has now pulled away, fearing divine consequences. You might feel tempted to forgive too soon, to explain yourself. But now is not the time. Let heaven speak for you. Your forgiveness does not mean access. Forgive, but do not open the door again. This cycle is broken forever. Your spiritual ranking is elevating. That's why the attack was so vicious. It was a reaction to your breakthrough. The closer you get to your destiny, the louder your enemies panic. Type Amen to get blessing 500. Watch what happens on the third day from now. Something major will shift. A person who ignored your pain will come forward in remorse. They will pretend it's out of love, but it's out of guilt. Don't be fooled. Let them speak, but guard your heart. You are entering a zone of divine clarity. Everything fake will fall away. Your real support will rise up without asking. Their shadows can't hide anymore. The spotlight is on, and truth is marching forward with you. One step at a time, you're claiming back every piece of yourself. Type Amen to get blessing 640. You're about to receive a sudden financial breakthrough. This was delayed because of their interference. But now that interference has been shattered, and your blessing is moving faster. An email, a call, or a signed paper will be the signal. Don't ignore it. Move quickly. It's been waiting in the spiritual realm for this moment. Their final plan was to block your money. But now, every coin they wished to steal will multiply in your hands. That's the justice they didn't expect. Watch who suddenly wants to reconnect. Their timing is not a coincidence. They sense your glow is coming back. Type Amen to get blessing 832. You were born for this moment. Your pain wasn't random. It was training. Now you can see who is real, and who came with masks. Archangel Michael says, your glow is returning. But this time, it's blinding to the ones who planned your fall. You were underestimated. But not anymore. The person who watched you cry will soon hear your laughter echo through blessings. Let heaven finish what it started. This season is yours. Not just for survival, but for complete victory. Type Amen to get blessing 990. Do you feel the calm now? That's not silence, it's divine preparation. Something massive is about to shift, and you'll understand why all this had to happen. You're no longer in hiding. The world is about to see who you are, fully. And no enemy will be able to twist that again. Their hands are shaking. Their energy is trembling. Because the very harm they tried to send is returning to them, multiplied. You are safe. You are chosen. And what's next for you will leave every enemy speechless. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Their fear is growing each hour. Every lie they told is becoming a weight around their own neck. What they used to smile about behind your back is now haunting their spirit. There is one person who has stopped sleeping well, because your name appears in their dreams, burning with light. They tried to erase you from the hearts of others, but they cannot even erase you from their own mind now. They walked into this with confidence, thinking you were weak. But now they're realizing, the light they mocked is the same light that's destroying their foundation. Archangel Michael says, what they planted in secret has grown thorns in their own life. And those thorns are piercing them now. Type Amen to get blessing 388, they went too far. They crossed a spiritual line they were never allowed to cross. That's why their surroundings are changing. That's why their face is losing its glow. You will start noticing strange expressions when people look at you. Some will look away quickly. That's because your light is starting to expose their shadow without a word. There is a deep power building around your name. The heavens have wrapped it in golden fire. Anyone who speaks against you now will feel it immediately. Don't lower your voice. Don't doubt your vision. You were meant to rise exactly at this time. Type Amen to get blessing 625. One of them is trying to run away from what they did, but there is nowhere to hide now. The spiritual record is open, and heaven has documented every act. You are going to hear someone apologize in a very awkward way. It may not sound like an apology, but you'll feel it. That's because guilt is overtaking them. The person who used to walk boldly around you will now walk nervously. That shift is not accidental. It's your spirit finally becoming too powerful for them to approach comfortably. They never imagined you would be this strong. Their plan was to make you fall quietly. But instead, you're about to rise loudly. Type Amen to get blessing 711. You may begin seeing signs like flickering lights, repeated numbers, or sudden cold air. Don't be afraid. These are spiritual signals that your protection is fully activated. The one who wanted to harm you so badly is going to start facing physical consequences. Things will go missing in their life. Objects will break. Their luck will vanish. Archangel Michael says, this is not revenge, this is alignment. When they targeted you, they targeted a chosen soul. And now the spiritual balance is correcting itself. This isn't just about saving you, it's about cleansing the atmosphere. No more silent attacks. No more hidden weapons. Type Amen to get blessing 566. Your dreams are becoming clearer because the fog is being removed. What used to feel confusing will now come with sharp intuition. You'll start knowing things without proof. One day very soon, you will feel the need to walk away from a certain person or place without explanation. Trust that instinct. It's divine guidance. There's a woman who pretends to support you in public but mimics your success in private out of envy. She will slip soon. Her true face will be revealed in an unexpected event. You are being crowned in the spiritual realm. And that crown cannot be removed by lies, jealousy, or manipulation. Type Amen to get blessing 218. They talked about you with venom, hoping to infect others. But instead, people are realizing you're not the villain. You're the one who was carrying silent pain with unmatched strength. Their circle is falling apart. Allies are turning into strangers. And it's not because of you, it's because darkness cannot stay united when truth begins to shine. They built a fortress of lies around your name. But now, every brick is being removed by divine hands. And all that's left is your truth. Standing tall, someone who once doubted you is now defending you behind closed doors. That's a shift heaven arranged. Type Amen to get blessing 911. There is power in your silence. You don't need to clap back. You don't need to prove anything. The results coming into your life will speak louder than any rumor ever could. Archangel Michael says, "Be still." Divine justice is not only coming, it is here. You'll see it in your peace, in your glow, in the way your enemies begin to retreat. You will be offered an opportunity soon. One they tried to block. But it has returned, and this time, it comes with acceleration. Don't hesitate when it arrives. Don't let the memory of the pain stop you from accepting the blessing that follows. Type Amen to get blessing 777. What they said about you will soon be reversed. Someone important will hear about you again, but this time, they will hear the truth. Everything they tried to delay, your recognition, your reward, your release, is now arriving faster than ever. Because divine speed has replaced human interference, their voices are going silent. Not because they've stopped, but because heaven muted their influence. You are entering the season where your presence alone changes rooms. The one who tried to erase you will now witness your elevation. Type Amen to get blessing 303. Your eyes will see people fade from your life without confrontation. Don't chase. Don't explain. Let it happen. Your spirit is outgrowing their intentions. One person will try to return during your breakthrough. They will say they've changed. But look deeper. Their energy will still feel heavy. They were part of the plan to damage your image, even if they weren't the leader. But now, the guilt is haunting them. Let them feel it. This season is about restoration, not reunion. Type Amen to get blessing 505. Very soon, you'll feel lighter. That weight that's been on your chest will vanish. It's not just emotional, it's spiritual armor finally being activated. You will notice you speak less, but people listen more. That's divine authority stepping in. You are not the same person you were when they first attacked. That version of you no longer exists. This one is unshakable. Archangel Michael says, keep going. Every tear has watered your crown. And now, it's time to wear it without fear. Type Amen to get blessing 989. You're being watched not just by enemies, but by angels, ancestors, and destiny itself. They're cheering silently, protecting visibly, and moving people in your favor. One final lie will be revealed, and it will shock even you. But don't fall into rage. Smile, because that was the final piece of their puzzle collapsing. The energy they tried to destroy is now glowing in every room you walk in. Your aura is untouchable. Your power, undeniable. Let your silence remain loud. Let your peace remain golden. What's ahead is glory they can't even comprehend. Type Amen to get blessing 444.